2014 with Carson, and Hoda's exclusive interview with Jada Pinkett Smith, and everyone's going to be talking about this.
Yeah, she is one half of Hollywood's most powerful couple. She's at the center of constant gossip and controversy, including that slap at the Oscars. She was sitting right next to Will Smith. And when we met up with Jada in her hometown of Baltimore to talk about her candid new memoir, Worthy, she opened up about an issue that has been kept secret until now. There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now.
Yes.
Y'all have been...
Divorce is coming rather popular, ain't it? So here we have it. 2 A-list celebrities lying about their marriage to basically hold on to the bag. I hope y'all not surprised. I hope y'all not surprised. And I say 2 A-list celebrities very loosely because before Will Smith got with Jada Pinkett Smith, Jada Pinkett was bottom of the B. I'm talking about she was damn near a C-list celebrity, rolling around with her naked ass on Jason's Lyric, getting smashed by Alan Payne in the grass back in the day. She was in low budgety films, you hear me? She was still kind of like in the gutter of Baltimore before she got with Will. So I use that loosely. But she's been lying about her relationship status. They both been lying to basically secure the money. A lot of relationships in Hollywood are not real. They're not real, people. A lot of them are fraudulent. A lot of them are just for the show. It's just for the people. And you're going to learn one day that everything is fake with off in them hills. But let's hear what Jada has to say.
apart.
Yeah.
But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. This interview on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen.
Which means it was a damn lie, and you can't believe nothing they say. I said this once and I'll say it again. Actors are always acting.
Was taped a year after Will and Jada separated.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
Wow. That's amazing. How do you keep it hot?
Look at that. You see that look right there, y'all? That's the look of a person about to lie their ass off. You see this? That's what these celebrities be doing. They never keeping it real. Actors are always acting. And you can see that side look right there. That she's about to be deceptive. And from what I'm hearing, fresh off the press, they saying that according to an interview, she sat down with People magazine claiming that Chris Rock asked her on a date. And that was the whole reason behind the slap. At least that's what's floating around social media right now, which that kind of makes sense, you know. Will being a jealous ex-husband, Chris Rock being his homeboy, who trying to push up on the ex-wife after they split up. Because, you know, in Hollywood, everybody knows what's going on. We just don't know what's going on. Everybody up top already know. But that would make sense. Which is even more crazy that they didn't come clean while Will Smith was getting all that backlash. Crazy stuff, y'all. Crazy stuff. The deception is real.
How do I keep it hot? Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm baffled.
Because she wasn't keeping it hot with Will. She was keeping it hot with the next man. You know, she couldn't even lie good. She was put on the spot right there. Couldn't even answer that question. She was dealing with whoever. And basically, Will Smith been going through a humiliation ritual for the last few years. you know? And right now she's trying to sell this memoir, still about to get that bag. Cause they make sure that the woman come off up top and Will Smith gets emasculated and gets his career destroyed while she gets a book deal with a clean break. Man, oh man.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a committed married couple. They even faced a scandal when Jada had what she called an entanglement with a family friend. Neither let the public know they had already split.
So I guess my question is, I feel like you're a straight talker,
I am.
except you're not sometimes.
Yeah.
So why do that? Like,
No, you're a liar. You're a manipulator. You're a deceiver. And a witch. The interviewer knows she's not a straight talker because they've been lying for all this time. Her and Will. They actors. They always acting.
what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us
Yeah.
how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, And we hadn't figured that out.
During our walk in Baltimore, Jada
So all this time they were trying to figure out how to basically, I don't know, give this information to the people. I'm guessing that she would have lost relevance because let's just keep it real. If Will Smith would have divorced Jada, he would have been all right. He would have had some type of self-respect. So it was mostly just for Jada, to be honest. It was for Jada. She has officially extracted all Will Smith's power. The harlot, succubus, demon, witch have finally took all of Will Smith's soul, harnessed everything that was left in that man, and it is what it is. That's what's going on right now. That man was definitely under a spell. And now, Will Smith's career is pretty much in the toilet because after the slap, that ruined Will Smith. He'll never be the same. So she definitely took from this man's energy, and now she gets a book deal. She gets away with a clean break. And you notice why is every time, right? When these situations and scenarios happen, we got to hear what the woman got to say. Why Will Smith didn't announce this? Why they both didn't sit down and announce this? Why is Jada sitting down and getting all these interviews, putting this info out there? It's crazy.
reflected on their breakup.
Why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, why it fractured? That's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be.
Oh.
Jada says she considered a legal divorce, but could never go through with it.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
No, what it was she wanted to keep the public image of them being together until she got all of his power from him. That's really all it is to it. Richie Rich, thank you for the support. It says sober for 2 days. God is punishing me for spending a lot of money on booze. All right, brother. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But this right here, this woman right here, Jada, this is a witch, y'all. I'm telling you. You can look at her eyes. This is evil. She's pure evil. Pure evil. And I don't know if y'all have the discerning spirits. I'm sure some of y'all do. It's in the chat, but I could see right through this woman here. And Will Smith should have been there, respectfully. He should have been sitting there having something to say. And this is what happened when you get with the Jezebel. Now, Will and Chris Rock used to be friends. I don't know what to believe far as did Chris Rock really try to holler at her. That's according to her. You know, she had an interview with People magazine claiming that Chris Rock tried to get at her after they split, which means Hollywood knew they split. And that's according to her, but you know, they be telling lies. Listen, if she's been lying to the public, if they've been lying, see, Will would only lie to protect Jada. Will might still have love for her. So if she's been lying all this time, I can't believe when she told the People magazine about Chris Rock trying to holler at her. To be honest with you, I can't believe nothing. She didn't already cry wolf. They done both been crying wolf. You can't believe a damn thing these people say. It's all been bread and circus with these two. And, you know, in hindsight, that story makes sense. And it's probably something that's scripted that they came up with. That Chris Rock was slapped because he tried to holler at Jada after they divorced. Or after they were separated and he happened to know. It makes sense. It's a little bit of damage control for Will because that would make sense for him to get up and act the way he acted. So it's also, that story is also protecting her image. Because everybody else is like, yo, all she did was snap her finger and Will Smith was a man on fire. He was possessed. He had witchcraft on him. She don't want the public to believe that. So the cover story would be, we were divorced and Chris Rock tried to holler at me. So that's why Will, he was in his rights. Because of course, you know, if one of your homeboys try to get at your ex, you ain't feeling that. Even if y'all not together, but y'all got kids together and everything, you're not feeling that. I believe she's lying. I don't think Chris Rock tried to get at her. This woman can't be believed. She just wants to be endeared to the public so she can sell that trash memoir or book or whatever she got going on. That's personally what I think. Because most people don't like her. Anyway, let's continue.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
I have so many questions.
So do I.
I have so many
It
questions.
was the strangest, it was the strangest kind of revelation to realize that these two people have had separate lives. I mean, they have not called each other husband and wife in all of those years.
Except for the appearance everywhere they went.
So does that mean the children was in on the lie? All of those, you know, docu-series and reality shows that they did, do it mean they all was lying? They was all in on it? The children knew and everything. And they was all playing a role, according to Jada.
Except for the appearances, right? Including at the Oscars.
Yes.
By the way, there's a whole chunk in this book that we're going to get into in the Dateline special and also a little later
She's trying to sell that book.
here of what happened in that moment when he said, you know, get my wife's name out of your mouth, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole backstory there too. But Jada is candid and honest in this book. I mean, she's saying things that she's never said. So they've kind of been living this pretend life publicly.
For years.
They knew the secret. They know it.
So now she's telling everyone.
Yeah.
But they're not divorced.
Nope.
So they're
And
separated.
they don't plan on it. They don't plan.
And they don't plan on it. I'm telling you, man, these people are scripted. These people are scripted. They are literally playing with the public. So they're not going to legally go get a divorce. They're not planning on it. You got to understand, man, there's Hollywood producers that come through and write these scripts for these actors. This is all to get people back engaged into them. I'm telling you right now, this story do not add up to me. Something about this whole story just don't sit right. It really seems like they're trying to come up with a story. It's a campaign against Chris Rock. And they just trying to get to that bag and stay relevant. Real talk. When you really listen to what's happening right here, the only person who stands to be harmed by this is Chris Rock. Because if he tried to holler at her, and that was the reason for the slap, that basically goes in on Chris Rock. And, you know, it makes Jada's book sell. Now, you know what? It's something interesting Chris Rock said not too long ago. See, I'm piecing this together right now. Oh man, it's starting to make sense. The Most High is speaking right now is discernment. Something interesting Chris Rock said before this whole fiasco took place right now with these two. And he was speaking in regards to the Illuminati. And I'm gonna have to bring that up, what he said. Oh man. And he said it jokingly, but what he was saying was real. Let me see if I can pull this up. And this I'm piecing something together right now, y'all. This is a YouTube short right here. Hold on. This is something right here. The only person that would stand to lose. Hold on. Let me make sure I play that entire clip real quick, and we're gonna go to it. We're gonna go to that.
Plan on getting.
I think a lot of American families can relate, though. I think there's a lot more distance between husbands and wives than anybody ever really talks about.
Yeah.
But this sounds like something.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
bigger gulf.
Yeah, it's a bigger delta.
We have a lot more on this conversation. I was fascinated by her, by the way. First time I'd sat down and spoke with her for a long period of time.
Oh, I
We
want
read
to
the
see
book.
more.
We
I
have
read
the
the
book
book from
here.
cover to cover. Yeah, we're gonna do a special on NBC News. It's called Jada's Story Friday night.
Hold on. Let me go to this person's comment real quick. Rebecca says, "Man of Yah talking about fallen angels, celebrities, while Israel is burning down." For your information, Rebecca, respectfully, you're in here watching me talking about celebrities and fallen angels while Israel is burning down. Respectfully, you're in here listening to me while Israel is burning down. Respectfully. And on top of that, I spoke in regards to that already. And like I said before, those people over there are not the children of Israel. They're not the children of Israel written of in the book. I don't care what happens over there, because God's people ain't over there. And the bottom line is, what's happening over there is because they're doing ethnic purging to God's people. So whatever happened over there happens. But anyway, this is interesting what Chris Rock had to say, man. Not too long ago, right before all of this jumped off, which makes me believe this is some kind of way of promoting her book while at the same time punishing Chris Rock. Because they're going to, listen, Hollywood come through and they write scripts to make certain people look bad, bro. I'm telling you. And if he's breaking the oath, better believe they're going to bring their top witch. They're going to bring their top witch, Jada Pinkett, to wreak havoc. Now listen to what Chris Rock said.
An Illuminati, but I guess I'm in it, but I'm just not good with follow-up. Texts and emails.
He sounds like he's joking, right? He said he guessed he's a part of it, but he ain't good with follow-up, which means Chris Rock ain't doing the rituals. He's speaking to you in code, ladies and gentlemen. He's saying, look, I guess I'm still part of the club, but I'm not good at follow-up. I'm not good at keeping the oaths. I'm not good at keeping up with what I need to do. And I'm telling you, these people get punished for that. Now the whole world gonna be believing that Chris Rock was trying to holler at Jada while they were separated, and that's the reason why Will got up and smacked him. Right after saying this, right?
And meetings, it's just not my thing.
You don't go to the meetings, it's not his thing.
But I guess I'm still in it. I don't know. Yes, there is an Illuminati, but I guess I'm in it, but I'm just not good with follow-up. Texts and emails and meetings, it's just not my thing. But I guess I'm still in it. I don't know. Yes, there is an Illuminati.
Yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen, y'all might think that Chris Rock is playing games, like he's telling a joke. But I'm telling you right now, Chris Rock is being targeted in this whole scenario. Real talk. And that's how it really works. If you're not keeping up with the rituals, if you're not attending the meetings, if you're not doing the follow-up, they will promote somebody else and they will punish you. Real talk. But let's go to this article that when Jada sat down with People magazine in this exclusive sit down or whatever. Let me see if I could pull that up. Let me see. Did I accidentally close out? Y'all give me one moment. And if you can, ladies and gentlemen, pound the like button on your way in. So for those who don't know, Jada Pinkett sat down with People magazine and she made some allegations towards Chris Rock. Let me share this on the screen. All right. Jada Pinkett Smith denies open marriage, says her and Will are figuring out the relationship. Hold up, this is not the right one. Man, what's going on? All right, let me pull out the right one. I thought I had it, but I might have. And we already know they all have open relationships. We already know how they get down. All right. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. Claiming that Chris Rock asked her out on a date. Jada Pinkett Smith said Chris Rock asked her out on a date amid rumors she and Will were divorcing. So she's claiming there were some rumors off in Hollywood that these two were divorcing and Chris Rock was being a snake trying to get with her. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how many of y'all believe that by show of ones? And ladies and gentlemen, get the likes up. Get the likes up on the video. You here off the late night watching, spread the message. By show of ones, how many of y'all believe that Chris Rock tried to ask Jada Pinkett out on a date amid rumors that her and Will were divorcing? By show of twos, how many of you all believe that this is total cap, that she's lying, and that this is some Hollywood scripted, something Hollywood scripted to go with a certain agenda? Right. Because it's interesting she denying open rumors. When in Hollywood, like the brother said in the chat, somebody girl, everybody girl in Hollywood. All a distraction, trying to sell her book and possibly punish Chris Rock for not keeping up with his oath. This is what I believe personally. So look, hey, listen, we mostly in agreement here. We seeing the same thing here. Okay, bet. All right, bet. It says Jada Pinkett Smith says Chris Rock asked her out on a date amid rumors she and Will were divorcing. She says, he called me and basically he was like, "I love to take you out." And I was like, "What do you mean?" Jada Pinkett tells People. Man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Share all of this and not also share some breadcrumbs along the way of how.
I don't think she wrote that book. I don't think Jada Pinkett even wrote the book. I believe AI wrote it. Straight up.
I got through these challenges, even if it's not exactly how someone else will get through. Just having.
See, it's all to promote this book. Jada Pinkett hasn't spoke to Chris Rock since the Oscars incident, and she hopes everyone involved can find peace. It goes on to say the actress whose book, see, is promoting the book. "Do I have any desire to talk to Chris? Question mark. Here's my desire. I just hope that all the misunderstanding around this can be cleared up. and that theirs can be peace, she added. I talk about this in the book. I think that there might be some misunderstanding between Chris and I as far as the 2016 Oscars. I think that he might have taken offense, which I meant no harm in offending. What is she talking about? It says, that wasn't my intention, but I do think there's a big misunderstanding, said Jada. Back in 2016, when Will was overlooked for his concussion performance, now they going back to that narrative and that storyline, that it was over some kind of jealousy over, Will not getting his nomination, and that whole race baiting agenda they had where they didn't want blacks showing up for, the Oscars. I'm telling you, man, these people are scripted. I highly doubt that Jada even wrote this book. This is a narrative that seems to be being projected by Hollywood. It goes on to say, back in 2016, when Will was overlooked for his concussion performance and the acting nomination recognized no actors of color, Jada was vocally in support of the Oscars' So White movement, calling for a boycott of the show Chris was hosting that year. So, she's apologizing for that. I guess, or vaguely apologizing for that misunderstanding. Says, I probably should have called him and gone, hey, are you okay? I just know that although I'm speaking about the Oscars, I do wish you the best. You see what I'm saying? She's just trying to basically, man, this is a lot about Chris and her written. Man, I have to read more of this article here. But it's mostly about that Herb going all pro-black while he was hosting the Oscars that year. That's really what it was about. Her going pro-black while, while he was hosting the Oscars. Let's see. Somebody says underlay for the overplay. Somebody says just like Oprah and The Rock asking for money, don't buy the book. Right. Don't support this book. That's what it's about. I'm telling you. They have a lot of Hollywood producers that come through, forge these stories. I don't believe nothing that they got coming out of Hollywood. I really don't. I don't believe nothing they got to say. I would stay far away from supporting Jada Pinkett in any way. This is what it's all about, getting people to feed into their nonsense. I really didn't even want to talk about this topic because I really don't care about Will and Jada. They've been going on with this nonsense for years now. Will been getting used by this woman and stripped of his energy for years. Only reason I talked about it because, hey, I'm a YouTuber. And at the end of the day, this is what the people want to talk about. This is what's floating all over social media. So here we have it. I'm sharing my thoughts because multiple people hit me up and asked me about it. I actually got a couple other stories I would like to cover. So make sure y'all turn those post notifications on so y'all can get these videos as they being uploaded. Pretty much my thoughts on this whole Will and Jada thing is this. I believe Jada's capping. I think this is some Hollywood screenplay stuff. I don't believe nothing I'm hearing or seeing with this situation. Whether they were separated for 7 years or not, I don't know. Seems more like a distraction. It seems like nonsense. Yeah, I'm just basically following up on the people's requests, but I got more content coming. So turn those notification bells on so you can get these videos as they being uploaded. With that being said, shalom and peace.